if the president has signed the last amended electoral act before the 2019 elections. I believe it's going to be signed. You see, the issue at stake is that there are we still need to improve our electoral system. We still need a lot of improvement. For example, the process of registration, to me, is still cumbersome. And that is why we are talking about apathy. Whereby somebody has to move from his ward to go to the local government headquarters before he can be able to get his or a PVC. Or if you are transferred from Abuja and you registered in Abuja and now you want to vote in your village, somebody will tell you that you have to the processes that you have to undergo to be able to vote in your new place of abode. All these things need to be properly tidied up. And you discover that many people who are not participating, it's not as if they don't want to participate, but they don't have even access to even this PVC itself. Now, in the last couple of years, some people have attained the age of 18. Every year, every month, I'm sure people are getting to the age. I would have loved a situation whereby even from your phone, you could easily get registered. Yes, you could easily catch your vote. Let me tell you an experience. In Bayes University, I headed the electoral student union electoral body, electoral panel to help the students to be democratize. And you couldn't believe it that people were voting from their phone, and then when they vote, the results are tallied almost immediately, and within some hours we get to know who the results because as you are voting, it's computerized, it's showing. So until our electoral process gets to this level, you don't even need to the polling, somebody will come and snatch you or snatch ballot box. But we are evolving. Press and the results are indicated automatically. But you see, all these are manual things. That is where problem comes in. And you take for example from the issue of salary payment now. We are not having issues again. IPPS, everybody knows. Even issue of ghost workers are reduced. So also, ghost election riggers we reduce. When we begin to know, honestly, we are in a world of information technology. Most of these things we are doing, we deliberately know that some of these things cannot work again in the 21st century. But we are not moving with the rest of the world. People are talking, why can't we adopt these e-voting techniques? But it's for another day. You know, now what we have on ground is still, even the card reader has improved our electoral process.
All right, okay, we've not had any case of malfunctioning of the card readers yet. We still hope to get reports as to the effectiveness of those things. You're still with us on the Nigerian Television Authority, and I have my guest in this Abuja studio, Honorable Gloria Okolubo, a public affairs analyst, and as well Dr. Adoyi Omale in the studio. Now, we had case of gun shooting and ballot box snatching, like we have been talking about. Now, taking that these are just two states out of the 36 that we have in the country, and they're just off-cycle elections. Did you expect that this situation will be too much for the security personnel to handle?
Well, it's not too much for them to handle, but you see, these two elections, the whole Nigeria is involved.
Very well.
Because isolated elections like this are very difficult to manage because everybody's attention. You can imagine, even in the rallies, governors are moving from their states to go and give a helping hand. Governors of APC are going, governors of PDP are going.
Okay, they're not busy in their own state, that's what you're saying.
Yes, everybody is going. Even I see a lot of people traveling. Where are you going? They say we are going to Kogi or we are going to Bayelsa. To go and do what they say, we are going to support our friends or we are going to support somebody that is contesting the election. So a lot of attention is in those two places. And because people are not busy in the other states, you get this type of scenario. And a lot of people, one of my friends called me and said, if you go to Lokoja and Yenobua, those hotels are fully booked. The election is supposed to be
advantageous, although the history is not very palatable because we have them because it's the courts that seem to be giving us our rulers, which is wrong. We're supposed to go to the ballots and get our leadership. But because there's so much litigation, there's so many issues, and then that was because before the laws were changed to ensure that there's a time period within which election litigation can go on, you know, so we have this staggered. But why I see it as an advantage is basically because of where I come from. I come from Delta State. I come from the South. There's no more volatile area when it comes to elections than where I come from. And this issue of ballot box snatching, there's expertise with it. I mean, there's expertise with it. Other states are learning from my region when it comes to that.
To ballot box.
So you can't, especially an election where everybody is looking, we're watching closely. There's no way you can ever say it will overwhelm the security officials, because the entire country is watching Bayelsa and Kogi right now. And so I think that it's a good place that we are in compared to where we are coming from. Because where we are coming from and where I am as a state, I mean, you know why I said at the beginning that the elections are just beginning?
Yeah.
The painful part is they will wait for the entire process to go through, and people have painstakingly cast their votes at much. And then at the end of the day, that's historically, I'm talking about what